back in the garage and working on the Mustang too, of course. Try to get this thing to a roller, and we put the rear end back underneath the car along with the rear disc brake conversion kit. Now, once we got everything squared away on there, we went to put the brake line fitting onto, well, let me back up. This particular kit uses a stainless steel braided hose as opposed to plumbing the hardline kit to it. I imagine that you could, but we're using what we got. And a banjo bolt. Now, the banjo bolt, as you see, is designed to go into this fitting, which is considered the banjo, I guess, because it resembles the banjo. It's called a banjo bolt. Has a hole, as you see right there, in the side, and is completely drilled through so that once it is inserted into the open end, thusly, notice something there? The way it's supposed to work is this is supposed to seat fully and have two washers, one there, and the bolt is supposed to, and as you see, there is the issue for today. Now, who knows why, what, where? You're going to run across this when you are dealing with this old car hobby, or maybe even the new car hobby. Well, what's a person do? As you can obviously see, it will not fit the way it's supposed to. So, understand that many of the parts that you're going to buy are really going to be sold as is. Now, you can complain and rant and rave about supply side. You can complain, rant, and rave about poor customer service, poor quality of parts, or you could do what we do around here. Since the stuff doesn't have a warranty, modify it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, simple process. Using the good metal drill bits, we're going to widen the diameter of the banjo fitting so that this wet bolt will go through there as it's supposed to. Now, presents a problem. You don't want to take your nice stainless steel fitting and clamp it in a vise or whatever device. So what I did was just got some scrap wood, and as you can see, just kind of rough drilled, put them together in the vise and just rough drilled, in this case about a 1/2 inch diameter hole, and as you can see, the two pieces are grooved. That's going to allow me to put the brake line into the two pieces of wood, protecting the fitting, keeping from scratching it up. This might be good if you're going for appearance, and in this case, we just don't want to apply enough pressure to crush the sleeve on the fitting. But once that's done, now, don't hold this in your hand and drill it. Put the two pieces of wood into the vise that you have mounted on the bench and drill the 1/2 inch hole between the two pieces. Now, when you're ready to do the work, just clamp it into the vise. and it'll be held securely. Now, measured the diameter. Let me point out something here. I can find out where the camera is. Yeah, let's see, there we go. Let's improvise some type of pointy device. The area where the hole is, the entry hole for the brake fluid. Wait a minute. There we go. Ooh, nice. Is actually cut down, and it has a little bit of a shoulder to it. So you don't want to go too crazy on the size of your drill bit. In this case, diameter of the shoulder is about 0.387 or 13/32. So got the handy Ryobi. In my case, that's what I got, the green thing, the green machine. And with that, just simply and you got to watch feed speed. And with it laid out properly, what we should have is a banjo bolt that slides properly onto the fitting, as it was designed to do. So there you have it. Now, before you go for, I'm caught up on everything here. Before you go for the final assembly, be sure to take your airline and blow into the opposite end to blow out any shavings that might have gotten into the small orifice here, because this is your brake line. And you don't want anything to clog it up. So now what you've done is saved yourself a lot of headache trying to return something that doesn't have a warranty on it in the first place. And you get to continue with the project. So that's what we're going to do. Continue with the assembly of the project so I can make this thing a roller and get it back on the ground. But right now, it's late and it's cold, and we still have ice on the ground from last week's snow. So I've got to go to bed and continue this in the morning.